Shadows of the Samurai, The Legacy and Legends of the Ninjas Part 1. The story of the ninjas' facts, anecdotes, and reminiscences. The tale of the ninjas weaves a rich tapestry of history, myth, and legend. From their humble origins in remote mountain villages to their rise as shadowy figures of espionage and warfare, ninjas left an indelible mark on Japan's history. While their exploits are often shrouded in mystery, there are numerous factual accounts, anecdotes, and cultural reminiscences that paint a picture of these secretive warriors. The origins of the ninja. The story of the ninja begins during the Heian period, 794 to 1185, but truly takes shape in the Sengoku period, 1467 to 1615, a time of relentless warfare between samurai clans. The need for unconventional warriors who could act outside the rigid honor codes of the samurai became apparent. In the mountainous regions of Iga and Koga, the harsh and isolated terrain gave rise to families and clans who developed unique survival techniques. These clans, proficient in guerrilla tactics, stealth, and espionage, would come to be known as the shinobi no mono, or simply ninjas. The famous Iga and Koga clans became the breeding grounds for some of the most feared and respected ninja operatives. They were not just warriors, but masters of survival and deception. Unlike the samurai, who were bound by the bushido, the code of honor, ninjas embraced any means necessary to accomplish their goals. Anecdote: the clever escape of Tokugawa Ieyasu. One of the most famous stories of ninja cunning involves Tokugawa Ieyasu, who would later become the founder of the Tokugawa shogunate. In 1582, following the death of his ally Oda Nobunaga, Ieyasu found himself trapped deep in enemy territory. His survival depended on making a swift and secret escape back to his home in Mikawa. It was the ninja Hattori Hanzo, a trusted retainer from the Iga region, who came to his rescue. Using his vast knowledge of the mountainous terrain and ninja tactics, Hanzo led Ieyasu and his small band of retainers through the dangerous countryside. Disguises were used, ambushes were avoided, and enemy patrols were evaded. Thanks to Hanzo's skill, Ieyasu made it back to safety. This pivotal escape allowed Ieyasu to survive and later rise to power, shaping Japan's future. As a token of his gratitude, Ieyasu appointed Hattori Hanzo as his personal guard and strategist. Hanzo's loyalty and cunning earned him a place not just in history, but in legend. The role of the ninja, fact versus myth. While ninjas are often portrayed in popular culture as superhuman figures who could turn invisible or walk on water, their actual skills were far more grounded in reality. Ninjas were masters of practical combat, espionage, and sabotage. They were trained from a young age in the art of ninjutsu, which involved stealth and infiltration. Ninjas were experts in moving silently and undetected. They used the cover of night, natural camouflage, and their understanding of human behavior to infiltrate enemy strongholds. Disguise and deception. A ninja's most powerful tool was often deception. Disguises as monks, farmers, merchants, or even entertainers allowed them to blend in with their surroundings and gather intelligence without suspicion. Survival skills. Ninjas could live off the land, survive in harsh environments, and make quick escapes when needed. They often carried a range of tools from grappling hooks to lockpicks that aided their covert missions. Psychological warfare. Spreading rumors, creating confusion, and sowing dissent among enemy ranks was another tactic in the ninja's arsenal. Anecdote: the attack on Usuji Kenshin. An interesting anecdote from the Sengoku period involves Usuji Kenshin, a powerful warlord. Legend has it that one night, a ninja infiltrated Kenshin's camp and attempted to assassinate him. The ninja crept into his tent and, in one swift motion, struck with his blade. However, the strike only grazed Kenshin's shoulder. The warlord, startled but unharmed, is said to have leapt from his bed and defended himself with his sword. The ninja escaped into the night, but the tale of Kenshin's near assassination at the hands of a ninja spread widely. This story, true or not, reinforced the belief that ninjas could strike at any moment, without warning. Ninjas and samurai, friends or foes. While the samurai and ninjas are often depicted as bitter enemies, their relationship was more complicated. Ninjas were not always in opposition to samurai. In fact, they were frequently hired by samurai warlords as spies and assassins. Anecdote: the alliance of the IGA ninjas and Oda Nobunaga. The story of Oda Nobunaga and the IGA ninjas is one of both conflict and cooperation. Nobunaga, one of the most powerful warlords of the Sengoku period, once attempted to subdue the IGA region, leading to a bloody conflict. The ninjas of IGA fought back fiercely, using their knowledge of the terrain and guerrilla tactics to outmaneuver Nobunaga's forces. However, after the destruction of IGA in 1581, surviving ninjas were dispersed. Many of these ninjas, including Hattori Hanzo, would later serve Tokugawa Ieyasu, one of Nobunaga's allies. Thus, the ninjas of IGA went from enemies of Nobunaga to key players in the rise of his ally, Ieyasu. The decline of the ninja. As Japan entered a period of peace under the Tokugawa shogunate, the role of the ninja began to fade. With fewer wars to fight and the country unified under a central government, there was less demand for covert operatives. Many ninja clans were absorbed into the service of the Tokugawa government, and their skills were repurposed for policing and security. The once feared ninjas began to fade into the shadows, their skills passed down secretly through generations. By the 17th century, ninjas had largely disappeared from Japan's political stage, their real exploits blending with the growing myths that surrounded them. Reminiscence: the legacy of the ninja. Despite their decline, the legacy of the ninja endured. The art of ninjutsu continued to be practiced in secret, passed down through family traditions and martial arts schools. Legends about ninjas' superhuman abilities grew, with tales of their invisibility, mind control, and supernatural powers becoming a staple of Japanese folklore. By the time Japan opened to the West in the late 19th century, ninjas had taken on an almost mythical status. Their story was further popularized in the 20th century through films, literature, and martial arts. Today, the image of the black-clad, silent assassin persists in popular culture, though the real ninjas were far more nuanced and practical in their approach to warfare. Conclusion: the shadowy legacy. The ninjas' role in history may have been fleeting, but their impact has been lasting. They embodied a form of warfare that was unconventional, secretive, and cunning, challenging the rigid structures of honor and tradition that defined the samurai era. Through their actions, they altered the course of Japanese history, even if they did so from the shadows. Their legacy as masters of stealth, deception, and survival continues to captivate the world, reminding us that sometimes the most influential forces are the ones we never see.